Listen up, we got big news. Farm to Table is bringing the 12th annual local food conference to the David Lord Convention Center on Saturday and Sunday, April 14th and 15th.
Yeah, tantalize your taste buds, stimulate your brain, and support local growers, man. If you want to learn how to eat more healthily and more locally, come out to this event, man. It's big, 12 years in a row, Saturday and Sunday, and Sunday, because I like to drink a little bit, I don't know if you in that same, school of thought, but Sunday they got a brunch from 9 to 11 a.m. with a Bloody Mary bar, man. I mean, I think you guys should check that out.
They're also doing the Farm to Flask tasting from 4 to 6 on that Sunday. So look, if you want to learn more about the event, register online at farmtotablepa.com. If you're an exhibitor, you got a question, 412-563-5823. Hope to see you there.
Yeah.
All right, you're asking for it, so here it is. Listen to this.
I want you fuckers laughing at we partners pod, kid. You understand? We in here drinking, singing, swinging, all that shit, dog. We sweating, getting wet, and all that.
All right, welcome to the 161st episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Nate Newton episode because he's one of my favorite Dallas Cowboys because I think he got caught up in a drug ring, which just kind of made him cool because he was an offensive lineman. He was on the front lines like we on the front lines. We make this shit happen, man. We'll block and tackle and let other people prosper because that's what we do. We're signal boosts.
Nice.
That is nice. That's episode 2 of 2 happening too. I am half of your hosting tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined as always with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good, you people? We are the Drinking Partners. If you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at PartnersPod. 161 episodes we've been asking y'all, man. We are going to continue to ask you, please hop on iTunes, rate and review. That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that's how we continue to do well. So please hop on iTunes, rate and review.
Listen, you love us. You see us in public. You tell us you love us. Now, at the click of a button, please just tell the internet. Tell the world.
Yeah.
And as always, in lieu of rates and reviews, we do accept shots of Henny. Look, we've been telling you that. We're going to continue to tell you that 161 times. In lieu of rates and reviews, give us Henny.
And no, look. We actually do, people really do bring us Henny, and we appreciate that shit, man.
Shout out to Car Guy DJ and the Conways.
The Conways, man, we sold out shows. I just want to say this, man, because we out here. We sold out 5 sold out shows this year, starting out this year. We couldn't do that without the support from y'all. We appreciate that. And we also appreciate them shots of Henny, man.
Listen, and look, Hennessy, they try to get on, because they got these little shot bottles.
Yeah.
These little bottle shots.
They like a shot and a half. They like 2 shots.
Yeah, it's cool. It ain't never enough Henny. So shout out to them. They come out to all our shows. They bring us shots, man. That's real love. And look, if you can't bring the shot of Henny when you see us, that's cool. Leave us a rate and review.
Yeah.
And we might read it on the podcast just like this one. This is titled A Worthwhile Experience by B Hunt 12. We're worthwhile at this point. People get wordy with these.
Worthwhile.
Yeah, worthwhile.
We getting the educated crowd. We starting to hit the young professionals.
Well, we starting to hit the college graduates. And then when motherfucker put worthwhile in the title of their review, it's going to be wordy. So this is one of the only podcasts that I actively listen to, and it is definitely worth checking out. As someone who did not drink or has any interest in alcohol, I felt uneasy about the podcast, but Ed and Dave provide refreshing content. They and their guests offer excellent advice on their careers and introspective discussions, all while having a fun time. The episodes leave their listener intrigued and satisfied, but yearning for the next episode. Who the fuck is B Hunt?
B Hunt.
Can you write?
Man.
Look, can you write my jokes for me? I need the
truth.
words and all this shit. Like,
Hey, Buzzy, can you isolate that? I want to send it to my mom. That was a hell of a fucking review, man.
Bruh,
I could use that at a job interview. Like, listen, hold on. Listen to what B Hunt had to say about me.
Anytime I need to get out of the house and wifey tripping, be like, hold on. And I just got to roll tape.
What? That is.
I gotta B Hunt. If you're listening, please hit us up on social media and let us know how you don't drink, but you found drinking partners.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know. I just want to know.
True, because we really be drinking on this podcast.
We really do.
B
B Hunt, like this is B Hunt's escape. Like when B Hunt goes to a bar, this is what they do. They just people who don't drink just watch people who drink and be like, look at these drunk motherfuckers. B Hunt gets to listen to this in his or her car.
We're his Kardashians. He's judging us from afar.
He or she. I mean, we don't know what B Hunt is.
Oh,
That's a very androgynous.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
Ooh, Brandy Hunt.
It could be Braylon Hunt.
Yeah.
Although the only Braylon I know is Braylon Edwards. I've never seen another Braylon.
Nah, not really.
I mean, East Cleveland, no. Now, maybe y'all, you went
nah,
to
that wasn't a thing. That was Penn Hills.
That was Penn. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a Braylon in Penn Hills.
Oh, the Braylons had the good hair.
Yeah.
With the nice hairline, shit. All out Penn Hills with the pretty girls. Well.
Yeah.
All right, so look, B Hunt, if you want to meet us, come to one of our live shows. We got 2 coming up. As always, on the third Saturday of the month, we're at Arcade Comedy Theater. So we'll be there April 21st. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling. Details to come.
Yeah,
what I was going to say.
True. This is 2 of 2.
Yeah,
but yeah, them
2 of 2.
details is going to come, man. Check out our Facebook. Again, you heard the rundown. If you're looking for us, we'll have details. And if you're looking for the tickets, it's arcadecomedytheater.com. And as always, we're going to have BYOB and free beer, and then also and free beer. The BYOB is not the free beer. It is always free craft beer at all of our shows, as well as Compton Theater. April 28th, we will be down there. It'll be BYOB, free craft beer, and a food truck. And we have Tommy Musial headlining that show. And if you're looking for tickets, ComptonTheater.ticketleap.com.
Oh, that's gonna be a hell of a night. But look, we were talking about not drinking, and our guest, B Hunt, doesn't necessarily partake in the alcohol, and that's fine because we're gonna drink in front of him. But he offers drinks, just not of the alcoholic variety. But we got Sharif Rasheed in the building of Safi Juice. Say what up to the people.
What's going on, people?
Yeah. So how you feeling?
Tired right now, but good. Yeah,
Well, you got energy shots. You make energy shots. You can't be tired.
And I did bring an energy drink too.
Yeah, please do, because Dave takes these 5-hour energies and shit before our shows. We got to get him on a better energy shot.
Yeah, they're terrible. Yeah, them 5-hour energy shots, man. I be pissing
shaking.
like, man. I be jittery as fuck, like before a show, like pacing back and forth. Like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, well, this one's it's all natural. One's an organic one. I created the concentrate, and then it's cut with pear and apple. But it tastes just like watered down tea, which most energy drinks have a similar stale almost taste to it. This one has a very earthy flavor to it.
So tell us about Safi. Like, how did this start? How does one get into juicing?
Kind of born into it. My dad had us doing it. Me and my brother, when we were little kids, had one of those old school crank juicers. We had to crank it up, put the produce in, crank it up, and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of got started, just into health in general. Dad's been a vegan or vegetarian, whatever you want to call it. He's not really.
I really don't know where the line. I don't know what is what.
Well,
veganism is more about the animals.
Yeah.
My dad is not about the animals.
Okay.
I mean, this man doesn't eat meat, but he'll use a rock of fur. So. A little bit of difference.
Well, he's all about the stunting, not the hunting.
Yeah. No, I mean my fiance, she's a vegetarian, and I mean but she wears leather, so.
And that's like me. I don't eat meat. And I'm not gonna get on here and say I wear leather or anything like that, but I'm just conscious about what I put in my body. I don't like to call myself a vegan or anything like that. Just make healthy decisions. That's all. But just how I got started, it started kind of late 2014. Just the idea of wanting to do something different. I mean, you're sitting at your 9-to-5 job, stressed out, hating life, can't afford this, can't afford that. And then just something happened that was like a tragic event. My best friend from childhood passed away from cancer at like 26, 27. And I couldn't afford to go see him. This was in Colorado. So I couldn't go forward to see him. I'm just like, something just ain't right. The money ain't there. The stress is there. The opportunity, it seems like everybody's doing something. I'm just sitting here stuck. While I'm thinking all this, I'm making a juice. And it didn't even click at that point, but it was just hearing a bunch of interviews and stuff and people saying, my life is worth more than $14, $15, $16 an hour, or whatever the case may be. So I was like, all right, well, I got to do something. So took a trip to New York, and there's this place called Juice Press. And there's maybe 60 plus juice presses in New York alone, 80 maybe all across America, whatever. So I was like, all right, well, let me go check this one out. And the one I happened to walk into, the owner, the founder, the creator was sitting right there, and I was like, this is just a sign. So kind of talked with him for a little bit, got inspired, and was like, all right, I can do this in Pittsburgh. So came back, did a little more research just about, bottling and stuff like that. I was never concerned about the flavors or anything like that. With having a culinary background and having an untraditional health background, I knew I could create the flavor, so that was never a concern of mine. So I was, just trying to figure out how to put the stuff in a bottle. The hardest thing was figuring out how to put the cap on the bottle. Like, it sounds so easy.
What?
But so I'm thinking like, all right, you gotta get a machine to kind of press it on there and everything like that. But I didn't realize these two pieces are connected, so all you do is push it down and twist it, and it locks and it seals it. So that took a YouTube video.
I don't know how to bottle anything.
Yeah, so
No.
so that was a concern of mine. So I was just confused about it. So just doing, Google and watching YouTube videos. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it makes me feel stupid. So then after there, it was kind of just, let me create a name. That was a Google search too. Wanted to do something that meant pure. My name's Sharif. It's Arabic. So I was like, all right, what's pure in Arabic? And it said Safi. Then I was like, all right, what's pure in Swahili? Because I was having, at this point, I just did the DNA thing.
Yeah.
Trying to get back to my African roots and everything like that.
Man,
trying to find that connection.
It's going to happen at some point, man. I got to get the genealogy.
Listen, man, you got to do it, man. Just because my thing is like, I just always want to know like the history.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then,
especially with such of a disconnect that we have here, like in our culture or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it is something that's very important. I mean, my aunt is, she's like the matriarch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been doing like a lot of the research and connecting and finding like, where we came from and whatnot. So like she knows much more than I do, but like she be, keeping us up to date, like what she found. And I think it's super important. But like that genealogy, I mean, that's another like key, figuring out where you come from.
For sure. And I was diving like headfirst into all that and just kind of just learning more about self and then identity and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, so just connected back. I was like, all right, well, what's pure in Swahili? And it was the same words. So I was like, all right. It took like 5 minutes. And that was it. Just kind of went with it. And then from there, I was like, all right, well, let me kind of, get a logo, reach out to somebody I know in New York. He designed the first one. This is actually the third logo that we have. But the first one, you couldn't even really read it. It was very African. I mean, how it looked and everything like that. It even had like a root tree. If I had a picture, I'll show it to you, but I don't. So from there, then I still had my job and everything like that. I just started bottling stuff like that and invested in this blue bag that I have right here. So at the time, there was a small business program at Duquesne University. Requested some time off, went to that 4 days, and I went to the class just to learn. So everybody probably thought I was shocked. I was just sitting there just, learning. I didn't really come here to kind of socialize. I really came here to learn, take notes, and just get inspired. And just one thing he said is between a hobby and being an entrepreneur. So and that right there just kind of clicked with me. So
what's the difference between a hobby and an entrepreneur?
Giving 100%, pretty much. So I wasn't ready to dive full. I still had a job. Wasn't ready to kind of commit to it 100%. So at that time, I was still, doing my 9-to-5 stuff, and I was still making bottles and just selling it just kind of like to coworkers. And then I would kind of leave work sometimes, lunch break or whatever, with the blue bag. And just go sell to random strangers. No label.
Backpacking it.
Yeah, no label.
Like selling out the trunk. Like,
Listen, man, you gotta do what you gotta do out here.
You gotta get 1 million sold. Like.
Listen, exactly. So my thing was like, I'm gonna make 15, 20 bottles. I'm gonna sell 15, 20 bottles in a day. So the hardest part, you kind of got to bring a little charm to it because you asking people to try something with no label.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, your appearance is everything.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, you gotta like, especially, a young black dude or whatever coming out in the streets or whatever, like, they typically ain't gonna look at you and be like, "Oh yeah, you ain't a young blonde chick." You know what I mean? So when you come, you gotta come correct.
Exactly.
Like,
and luckily, I was working at the corporate job downtown, so I was dress shirt, slacks, bow tie.
Yeah.
So I kind of still had a little bit of a.
Bow tie. Was you out there with the bean pies?
Nah,
like
man.
was you bean pie in that?
Use bow tie with the juice.
No bean pies, man.
Is it appropriate attire to sell juice with the bow tie?
Do you got oils with the juice?
Nah, man, just the juice. Just the juice in the bag at the time.
Nah, you can't be Sharif with the bow tie and the bean pie.
Exactly.
They like Sharif got shot in the movie. He ain't make it.
But no, I do love bean pies though. Them some good things. But
Yeah, no, I enjoy a good bean. They make some motherfucking the bean pies was hitting though. I mean,
my mom make a mean bean pie.
Yeah,
listen, But so just kind of like from there, then we'll just kind of just believe in it. This was kept all off of social media. This was early 2015. Fast forward just a few months, was still selling it out the bag, the blue bag. Just during work hours. Eventually got caught from my boss. Actually, somebody told on me at my job. Then they went back, reviewed the cameras, called me to the office, everything like that. Was like, you've been out for like 10, 12 hours, something like that, of like, paid time. So I was like, came up with some sob story. I think I might have shed a tear. Pulled that Denzel and Glory, man. What tear coming down the cheek?
Is that the most famous tear ever? Is that Denzel Glory tear? Is that bronzed and put in the Hall of Fame somewhere?
Yeah, that and the Native American, I mean, with the garbage and shit. Like, them is the two most famous tears.
So, just had to pull something out of my bag. So I was like, hey, because I can't get fired this time. So I'm thinking, all right, well, at least I'll take getting suspended. That ain't too bad.
Yeah.
And I don't got to pay the money back, so that ain't too bad either. So I had a whole week off. And during that whole week off, I was like, all right, well, let's see.
So black of you to think of it. Yeah, how black that is to think of a suspension as having the week off.
And like, I felt it too. I was like, yeah, that's because like, what is you going to do? Like, cause I don't know. Growing up, like for me, when I lost a job, like I drank that night. I was like, I'll deal with this shit in the morning.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna drink tonight. Like fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that week off, like, what you gonna do? You gonna hustle?
Exactly. So that was the goal. So from there, it was filling up the bag every day and just seeing if I'm really built for this life.
Yeah.
And then from there, I would get up at 6 and just go hit the street selling juice, and that was pretty much it.
So what was the reception like? So you said this is about 2015.
Yep.
In this city, and I feel like at this time, you're positioned very well just with the younger individuals coming in, being more health conscious.
Yep.
What was the reception like? You're walking around, young brother with juice in a bag. Like, what's the reception like to people out there?
All good.
All good?
It was
All positive?
oddly, like I've only had 3 people since I started this say something negative about the product. One was this woman, she's never had cold pressed juice, and it was a grapefruit orange one. And when she had, she was like, "Oh, this shit's disgusting." So I was like, "All right, you don't take it personal or anything like that." So we just started talking about health and everything like that. Found out she had type 2 diabetes, and that she doesn't eat healthy at all. So just talking to her and everything like that, and I was like, "Well, this is what actual orange juice tastes like. It's not that ocean spray or."
Well, the orange juice has that packet in it, right? Because it sits for a long time, it loses the flavor, and then they have a flavor packet that they put in there, and that's why all the juice kind of like tastes the same in a sense
and looks the same.
Yeah, and looks the same, whatever. But like with the first time I actually had a fresh squeezed orange juice.
Don't fucking ruin orange juice for me.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on from that.
Do that.
No. The first time I had fresh squeezed orange juice, I was like, this motherfucker tastes like an orange. Like, it was weird as fuck for me, yo. And like, I didn't know if I liked it. I was like, it just feels like I'm drinking an orange. Yeah. And then I went back because I was so programmed with that flavor. Yeah. That's what orange juice is. You know what I mean? And like it's been a few years since then, but like I now like it. You know what I mean? But the first instant I was like, this ain't orange.
This is fucking me up a little bit just because now that I'm really thinking about it, like the orange juice you drink out of the grocery store,
it all tastes the same, man.
It has that too frothy to be just.
It don't taste like an orange juice. Like you bite into an orange and you drink orange juice, it never tastes
so good
like
with eggs and bacon.
It do. Oh, don't get me wrong. I still fuck up my Simply Orange.
Yeah, I mean, good with eggs, bacon, vodka. Like that shit. You know how much range orange juice has? It's a hell of a range right there.
I crush orange juice because it does have hella range.
And that's why I say, like, if you look at just straight like cold pressed orange juice, it's like a pale orange, whereas that's like this thick, creamy orange. I'm like, that ain't orange juice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. You said you were pressing at an early age.
It actually is orange juice.
Yeah,
it's not like cold pressed orange juice or anything like that. So there's actually a different. Like you can go get like something like this. It's like processed and everything like that, which is why you'll get like real creamy and stuff like that. And sit in the shelf for a period of time. My shelf life on my products is 3 to 4 days, depending on the ingredients in the product. But something like
Damn, only 3-4 days.
yeah. So I have a strict juicing schedule with that.
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
your margins right there cut.
Yeah. So thank you. So this one right here is the tally up.
Oh, we doing taste testing now. Okay, so they couldn't wait.
Nah, yeah, I mean, you sitting there
Nigga
talking
need
about
energy
juice and
shot.
shit. Like, we
Yeah.
go drink some of that?
Listen. All right, we're gonna start off with the harshest one, and I'm honest about my flavors. I tell that all the time, because you never want to like convince people to start just to get some, just to sell it. So this does kind of taste like
That's a nice
watered down tea.
philosophy. You don't want to just get to tell them something just to sell it. Because then,
because they ain't gonna come back.
exactly.
I'm not about that. I'm all about the repeat
Quality.
customer.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of a small business owner as opposed to a cog in a larger wheel. 'Cause
Exactly.
Look, in my 9 to 5, I might tell you some shit. Just drinking buddies is not endorsed.
Hey, listen. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but yeah. So this one has the concentrated guayusa, which is the caffeine in it. Then you got some maca in it, which also adds helps reduce fatigue. Then you got spirulina and trifala, which works not as a laxative, but similar to that, because the best way to get energy is to kind of flush your system out. So that's what that does. And then the pear and apple kind of just help bounce out the flavor a little bit. But like I said, it's going to taste like watered down tea.
Yeah, up to pear and apple. I didn't know what the fuck any of that shit was.
I mean, most juices, like most of those cocktail juices and shit, like when they say like mango juice or whatever the fuck, it's like grape, pear, and apple juice.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 ingredients are always like water, and then if it's high fructose corn syrup, or if it's just like apple, pear, grape from like, you know what I mean, concentrate, and then you'll get like pomegranate or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
And that's the thing about these products. They don't have, you can just get a pure product, but I think they just kind of want to, honestly, I don't know why they do this shit, because it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? You're getting straight grape juice, but
well, I mean, it's more expensive. And then again, you know, to balance it out, that's delicious.
It does taste like tea.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
because the guayusa is a tea leaf.
Oh, is that what it is?
Good. 'Cause I'm telling you, up until you said pear and apple, I didn't know what
No.
any of that stuff was.
listen.
Yeah, I didn't know I got
Keeping it
it.
real. I'm be honest. I'm an ignorant motherfucker to a lot of things. So I use this podcast to learn. So I'm gonna look for guayusa. So I might try to roll it up one day. Who knows?
It do taste like a rollable leaf. Like
Listen.
I've had that on the back end of some good nights. I've had that flavor. Like,
some
oh, that's
good
how we
guayusa.
gonna roll tonight.
Some good guayusa. Yeah.
No,
Well, I
that's,
would say
that's delicious.
one thing I enjoyed about the experience, because I have patronized Safi. You explain everything, so you can walk into your restaurant. I don't want to say restaurant. I guess you can walk to your storefront, and you know someone could come in and not have any idea of what exactly they want. Like I was coming to buy something for wife. I'm like, look, I don't know exactly what she wants. She said, grab me something. What? Okay, this is what I think of her.
Yeah.
What do you think what she would like? And you can explain, and that's the advantage of small business too. Like people are invested in that product, so you could explain every juice on that shelf.
Yeah.
What it was made with, what effects it would have, what it would taste like. And I'm standing there like I ain't never juiced before, but I can walk out and use this in conversation just in case I want to sound smart. Like that shit was dope.
And I think the best thing about that is you get a feel from your customer.
Yeah, no, I'm a real nigga. Yeah, I said that.
Because we do. You know what I mean? I will definitely be like, yes.
I think I ain't used that information. I'm about to go talk about that guy you said
Do
somewhere.
shit like that all the
Can't
time.
wait to drop that in the conversation.
Listen, but the one thing about it is when a customer walks in, you can kind of get a feel for their vibe. Like if they go straight to the fridge, they've been there before, or they kind of understand like how the business kind of operates, the flow of the business. So they'll go right to the fridge, and I'll just say, you know, how you doing today? How was your day? Blah blah blah. Were you looking for something in particular? And that kind of helps people. Well, I'm trying to do this. And then it's like, okay, that's just the kind of like an icebreaker type question. Right. And then you get people feeling comfortable. And the one thing about just being the owner and the only employee, you get
Being
to
the
really,
business.
yeah, exactly. You get to really build a relationship with your customers. The one thing, I'm good with faces. I can't remember names for shit, but faces.
You're a human.
Yeah.
Most humans are good with faces. and not names.
I know you.
Yeah. So I
know
can
I've
always
seen
tell,
you.
oh, okay, you've been here before.
Yeah.
It happened actually the other day. Guy was maybe my second customer, and he was like, yeah, I was here before. Okay. remember this
I
shit.
do this for a
Yeah, it was
living,
from November, so I'm like, I'm not gonna remember that far. But especially if you have like a hat on or something like that.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
back.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, a few months later. Yeah, big gap between. But no, you just kind of get a feel for it, and then from there, you kind of just let the customer kind of not necessarily lead the conversation, but you let them, whatever they say, their response can kind of like take me, okay, this is how I'm gonna approach this person and everything like that. But it's just being, friendly to the customers and stuff like that. And then having knowledge about the products because I created everything. I didn't pay somebody to develop my menu. I don't have another employee who, help with this drink or anything like that. So I have an understanding about the drink because the most important thing to me is health and flavor. It should be like 1A, 1B.
So how do you develop, like, say this, for what? Like, so I imagine that each of these juices have a different purpose.
Yeah.
And how do you craft those juices? Like, what goes, like, how do you make this and be like, I'm gonna put some guayusa in this motherfucker? You know what I mean? Like,
That's not what he says, but yeah.
yeah. Like, as opposed to like some just random green tea. I mean,
Yeah.
so.
Well, the first thing I do is I'm reading a lot. So you just gotta be knowledgeable just about the products. There's always new herbs and ingredients that you can use. So it's just kind of just trying to stay on top of that. And at the same time, it's trying to do something that you don't see everybody in the city doing.
Are people still discovering plants?
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like a stupid question, but again,
No,
I'm here to.
It sounds like a question that I would ask that you would, patronize me for. You would ridicule me for some shit like that. But I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, like, because it's crazy to think about that because you feel like, man should have found everything, but then you look at like the jungles and the rainforest and like all of the, like, I mean, there's
Space.
still man, we're not even like, but there's places that you haven't touched yet. Like there's animals in the sea that we haven't touched. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think it's a little slower probably in the States. I mean, over in other countries and stuff like that, I mean, they've been using it for centuries. So it's just we're a processed food country. So, I mean, that's kind of just what it is. I mean, we rather eat McDonald's than drink something like that or to eat something fresh like a kale salad just to everybody. That's disgusting.
But think about it. That first quarter pounder with cheese was good to the motherfucker, though.
Nah, see.
That first quarter pounder in your
the
life
first time I had,
wasn't
McDonald's was a kid was the motherfucking
That
shit.
was
When it was
the
actually food, probably, kind of.
Was it? I don't even
don't
know.
think it
I don't
was
know.
at
I
all.
don't think it's as bad as it is now.
I don't think
It may, that makes sense,
when you
but
get to
I don't
62
know.
billion served, it's hard to crank that out.
I don't
So,
know
yeah, it's
when
probably
it started,
worse
when it
now.
became goo. I'm not 100%. All I know is that,
I
like,
stopped eating that shit years ago.
yeah, like, I mean, I still eat that shit when I'm drunk. If I'm like on some, like, you know
Wifey
what, this
don't-
is the
wifey-
only
wifey
thing
don't let me
around.
eat McDonald's,
Yeah, nah, man.
Like McDonald's is if wifey get in my car and there's a McDonald's bag, that's an argument. Like I'm not. It damn sure ain't worth for argument. Like
Not from no
at the
damn
very
McDonald's.
least,
Yeah.
you gotta cut McDonald's. Like
Yeah.
you just got to. Like
Yeah.
everyone's seeing the pictures when they was making the nuggets, but it looked like they was making like a Frosty. Like shit look. I'm like, how do you get nuggets out of this shit? Like
Yeah,
I don't fuck with
nah,
that.
man. It's 2-3 in the morning, and that's the only motherfucking food spot. And I've been out all night, and I'm
Fries
like,
good as hell,
I'm
though.
gonna go. Man, the motherfucking fries. You got man. Look, I can't. I like. And that's the thing.
I don't
like,
even eat that shit.
I
That shit's
can't.
delicious.
I can't. And it's crazy. I can't eat that shit during the daytime. I can't just like go to McDonald's and just have like a meal at McDonald's. It's only when I'm like drunk as shit, and I can just basically. I just want grease and like fat just to like go to sleep and just soak up the little bit of that alcohol. You know what I mean?
Do you
Like,
have a sobering juice?
Ooh, do you got a hangover juice?
That one can work as a hangover juice.
Ooh, you was out on the south side with the blue bag. Talking about, hey, we got the non-Dewey juice in here. You don't want the Dewey? Go ahead, have this juice. Take a shot of this, bro. You get home real quick.
But yeah,
Yes,
just drinking something like
it's
that in the
cheaper.
morning, too.
And it's cheaper than the McDonald's meal. That's for you.
Oh yeah,
$4 on
meals,
that. Yeah,
meals is $9 at
See,
the
McDonald's
fast
used to be
Nah, yeah,
affordable.
shit.
No, McDonald's used to be affordable. You
Yeah,
go in
you-
there $5, get a whole meal.
Yeah.
The
The
fast
You go in
food
there $5,
industry
you might get a
was
drink and some
$5
fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a $5 industry. When I was in high school, we used to go to Wendy's. When you got to be an upperclassman and could leave, you know what I mean, to go to, that was the thing. To
Yeah.
go, to
$5.
come back with the Wendy's bag.
Yeah.
And you have a value meal. Now, man, shit.
$13, $14, $15.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Nigga, the sandwich is $6.49. I've been looking at the sandwich like, the fuck the sandwich $6.49?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even changed the fucking sandwich.
Because I got to break a 10.
It's still two
Hey,
all beef patties,
I gotta-
special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun. Two beef patties, dip, bacon sauce, lettuce, cheese.
I gotta break a 10 on this motherfucker, just the sandwich. I didn't even get fries with that shit.
Exactly, because they didn't always used to charge you separately for the drink, did they?
Well,
I feel like that was something that just happened one time.
You could get it separately, but nobody did. Because, like,
I always thought it came with the
subtle
meal.
how they do that shit too, because you order the meal, but if you really read the screen when you do that, that drink come up separate. You be
Yeah,
like,
I used to work. That was my first job. Is McDonald's.
All
So
right,
you
mine
see,
was
it's like,
Wendy's.
so you say like, do you want to drink with that? And you're thinking, of course, I just got the meal. $1.49 extra. Man, shit. But I remember when I was a kid, they used to have a thing called a bucket of fries. I mean, it was like
shit.
It's probably like
McDonald's?
What? Yeah, this is in Colorado, so it was a bucket of fries. Like they filled that shit up to the top
Colorado's always been
for
better.
$1.
So Colorado ain't just become better. It's always been. Motherfucker, get a bucket of fries?
Yeah, well, I mean, that like,
gotta get
for
a
$1.
bullshit
That's
sandwich.
crazy.
Four
I'd go
quarters.
order a
Yeah.
bucket of fries right
Yeah.
now.
The closest we had to that was the O. The O would give you a motherfucking, like, you go in there and, like,
catch a case going to the O.
You could catch a case with the O. That was typically gunshots was the end of the
And
night.
it was
at the O.
on Pitt's campus. It
Yeah.
was so confusing to me that I'm like, how did this hood ass spot?
You know what's crazy? Growing up here, I didn't know the O was on Pitt's campus. I just was
shit
down
was
there
on Pitt's
kicking it
campus.
like a motherfucker. And
O
then
is where, first of all, at your junior year, you got your first 40 ounce from the O. You got your first 40. You know what I mean? So your 21st birthday, first of all, your first 21st birthday party, when I was there, you go to Station Square, Tequila Willie's, some shit like that.
Tequila
You do that, or
Willie's.
you go to Boomerangs down there. But then that secondary indoctrination to being able to drink was you get your 40 from the O.
Yeah.
Get you a 40 ounce from the
Yeah.
O. When some greasy ass fries and some drunk dude is running around. You got some old T-Max on.
Yeah.
The O was a real experience. Then they had the upstairs bar that nobody sat at the bar.
Yeah,
You downstairs
nah.
getting your shit, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
You
we-
might
we
see
was-
Wiz Khalifa in that motherfucker. back in
Yeah,
the day,
true.
too.
Yeah. Back in the day, yeah, you could run into that motherfucker there. I mean,
I've
like,
been there once.
We just went down there. It was the under 18. It was the under 21 clubs. Like that was, they had a couple of them running around, and that's what we did. We went down there and we'd let out, chill out with bullshit, and then go down to the O until the shots got fired, and it was like, all right, we out.
How the fuck was that happening? I never understood how the O was right across the street from the business school. The Senate Square is
motherfucker,
right there.
The O motherfuckers used to come down Forbes, and like that was their stunt. Like they would come there with all the like the wheels, like you would have. You know what I mean, that's what motherfuckers was stunting. It was the like kind of the after before there was after hour spots and shit like that. Motherfuckers was just go down there and hang until like 3-4 in the morning and shit. Like
Damn,
shit.
college students right up the street.
Towers,
Like right there. I was freshman.
I was
right
down
there.
there like 16. Like I didn't know I was on Pitt campus. I was just down there, like came out just getting some
Well, the
fries and
campus
bullshit.
has changed though, because I mean the campus now, University of Pittsburgh. Shout out to them for shout out. That's what I mean. Like that's the way they did they campus is crazy. So I don't even know if the O fits in anymore. Like back then it could fit because they were bringing a lot of. You know what I mean? People from the hill. I guess people from the hill, like it was gangs from the hill that used to fight at Pitt campus back in
there
the
was
day
a
and
lot
shit
of
like
shit
that.
going,
Like
yeah.
now, the O can't be the same O that it was when I was there because I don't know how the fuck that happened. Like, I still don't know how the O was able to maintain, and the business school was right there. And like the O was wild hood, like crazy hood. Like so, you're from Colorado
And Cincinnati.
and since the Natty. Shout out to Ohio. We in the building. No? All right, fuck it then.
Can't
Don't
hate on I can't.
We can edit all that shit.
No, we not. Buzzy keeps that shit.
No, we can edit all that. Buzzy, edit that or I'm walking the fuck off. We're not gonna do any there's no disparagement of
No
I
love
was gonna
between the
give
natty
mad
and the
love.
land.
man.
The natty and the land.
Colorado, man.
When I got out, it was the happiest day of my life, man. I can't stand Ohio. It just ain't never been me.
Hey.
I mean, you come from Colorado, Ohio, it's a culture shock.
It is.
That was gonna be
this whole
my
region. The
question
Rust
is-
Belt is a culture shock. You know what I mean, like in general.
Yeah.
And I'm from this motherfucker, and it's a fucking culture shock. Like, you know what I mean, like going away and then like experiencing the world and then coming back like to that shit. It's wild as fuck. So I couldn't imagine like going from.
You go from a very diverse area to being the only black person in a class. I'm just like
In
over this
Cincinnati?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Cincinnati would have some neighborhoods like that, some areas like that. I mean,
It just-
you was in a Yeah, but so what I was gonna ask about coming from Colorado, like, and then coming to Pittsburgh and coming to Midwest, like, Colorado, are they always on the cutting edge of health? And it seems like it would be a more farmable, more like local produce type of situation than here in the Midwest.
Haven't lived there since 2000, so to be honest, at that time I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they was on the cut edge of some stuff, but I ain't really experienced any of that. I kind of left a little bit after Columbine happened. Got in trouble at school, got expelled from school for play fighting. School press charges, everything like that.
That's a hell of a school that don't even accept play fighting. Niggas slap box everywhere.
That's what we would just play. Listen, we would just.
You got to slap box.
Yeah, we was play fighting.
Man, you got to slap box. That's how your hands get right. You learn how to position that left.
We was play fighting. The kid said we jumped him in the bathroom, which just didn't happen. He told, I guess, his grandma or some shit like that. They threatened to press charges, so they suspended all three of us. Then press charges. Damn. Yeah, so my mom was just kind of just over this shit, so we just got packed up and then moved to Ohio.
Yeah.
Were you pressing in Ohio? Is that where you started pressing juices?
No. Actually, I started because we were born in Cincinnati but lived in Connecticut. So that's where my dad had us live. Everything like that. He just wanted us to be born in Ohio because his mom and his dad were there, so he wanted my mom to be taken care of at the time. So then after we were born, we moved to Connecticut, and that's when you start learning more about, pressing juice and everything like that, or more about eating healthy and stuff like that. Yeah. And that was before.
I don't know shit about Connecticut. The only thing I know about Connecticut is Aaron Hernandez somehow.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Connecticut.
I don't remember shit about Connecticut. I was a little kid. So from there, then, Pops decided to live the life he was going to live. Went to jail. We moved to Colorado. Yeah. So, and then from there, we're just kind of just growing up in Colorado. And my mom, she tried her best, make sure we eat healthy and everything like that. Because my dad was big into not giving us meat, not drinking cow's milk, all that stuff.
So even as a youngin', you weren't eating meat? Okay.
Yeah, my mom wasn't really with that. And it was just too expensive. So, I mean, people got this idea about fruits and vegetables. It don't cost more than meat. So, I mean, but everybody, then you could just talk to people, well, I'm not getting filled up from this. That's because you eat so much processed food, or you eat so much like meat and stuff that it expands your stomach.
It seems like we eat beyond being full. Because I feel
100%.
like full has a different, it's different in context now than, from a health perspective, full means nourished. Like, you've eaten to completion. Like,
exactly.
You're good. You can survive. Full now means I can't eat no more.
Yeah, it's like a sport here.
Yeah. I can't go out and hoop.
Exactly. You gotta get the itis, man.
But there are some people that don't eat. And like, I mean, and I think some of the issue is that, when you say meat, like, like chicken nuggets and shit like that, processed foods, and like, like it is cheaper in some regard to like eat shit than it is to eat healthily. I mean, like on a regular basis.
Well, it depends, because if you eat like plants and stuff like that, it will last you longer. Whereas something like chicken nuggets, you're gonna burn it like that.
And
then you're gonna be hungry again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shit that out.
And the thing is, like, when you look at these, what do they call them, like food deserts? We were talking, you know what I mean, in the past episode about that. Like, a lot of people don't have access to fresh like produce and like, greenery. I mean, like, and vegetables and whatnot. Like, that's all they can. Some people live by the corner store. Yeah. And that's like where they get most of their food from.
When you like think about back in the day when you used to eat meals from the corner store, like you used to have lunch, like we talked about honey buns on the shit with Claudia. Like motherfuckers used to like honey buns almost became a breakfast food for me.
There was a whole
like
summer.
A honey bun and a right type of juice. Like motherfucker get a honey bun and an orange juice. You feel like you had an actual breakfast, and that is terrible.
There was a summer I'd spent like every day walking down to the store, and I would get like a coffee cake and Lil Debbie's Swiss rolls or whatever, and a quarter of milk.
Coffee in the name.
That was
like,
it.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm eating coffee cake. Let me warm up my coffee cake to let the little drizzle melt.
It's true.
Yeah, because that's what you see. Like the first time, like I saw somebody like actually grocery shopping at like what was it, Family Dollar. And it was like, that's the position that people in. I mean, you can't knock somebody for doing that. That's like, even when I preach health or talk health to anybody, I'll never tell somebody what not to do. I'll just tell them, try to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet. And the only way you can get that is some frozen thing of vegetables, then start there. At least introduce it into your body and stuff like that.
Okay, what we got another juice here.
All right, so this one is the gingerberry cool.
Gingerberry cool.
Yeah, so you're gonna get a strong. You should get a strong hit of ginger in this one, but still kind of sweetness with the agave in there. So it should be a little refreshing. It's like a lemonade.
Yeah.
So this is more just for general consumption. It's not gonna energize you or some shit like if you.
I mean, ginger's always gonna be good on your stomach, so that's why I make sure there's a good amount of ginger in here, but it's not
ginger
overpowering
do for your stomach.
It kind of eases with like digestion and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so if you go to Safi, you shitting regular. You shitting well.
I mean, if you drink juice, you're gonna be shitting regular. So yeah.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Yeah.
Now, people who are at home listening, like, what the fuck? Like, no, shit well.
Yeah, you definitely want to have a nice shitting pattern, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's important as fuck.
I mean,
that shit'll build up on you.
Yeah, and that's
literally.
the one thing is just trying to be regular and stuff like that. And that's the best way to kind of cleanse your system is to remove.
Regular.
Yeah.
It's so fucking important.
And I mean,
Every day I come home from work, I take a shit.
I've been drinking more smoothies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like because it regulates, and I'm I'm cool because then I mean with an all meat and beer diet that
you need some more.
Yeah, you need to consult this motherfucker.
Yeah, you definitely need to come into the shop, man.
Now we talk about frozen vegetables. Are they any good?
I mean, compared to what?
Not eating vegetables. Like
I mean, if you can eat
regular vegetables,
are
what's
they
taken out
actual
of that?
vegetables? Like that's what I want to know. I'm a non-believer. I just don't think that's real.
Can you
broccoli.
freeze the nutrition out of it? Like, do they lose shit?
The thing with like frozen vegetables, I mean, you want to be careful on the kind of frozen vegetables you get. Obviously, you don't want to get like the great value, which might be like the cheapest crap you can get. But I mean, if you're going to get some frozen vegetables, if you can get organic, try to get organic. They're obviously going to hit you over the head sometimes with the price of that. But to be honest, a crown of broccoli might cost similar price.
Broccoli. If you getting frozen broccoli, that's more you just being lazy.
Pretty much.
Broccoli ain't that
Broccoli
expensive.
is pretty easy.
Cut
I
the
love
head off that
broccoli
thing.
though, man.
Yeah.
You cut the head off that thing, man.
Don't kill broccoli for me, man. I love broccoli. Like it is easy as fuck. You just boil that motherfucker, you throw a little bit of cheese or some shit. You know what I mean? Some salt, pepper. Man, it's so easy, and and the texture, it's good. And then I feel good about myself. I ain't doing too much of shit. I probably ain't gonna have this for another couple months, but tonight I'm feeling good and lazy.
You just cut the head off the broccoli. Just put it on heat. You ain't even. However you decide to cook it, just put it on heat. You ain't even got to put it on heat.
No, you can eat it raw.
You can eat the shit raw.
I mean, that's like when you see like those trays. And
the
stuff
trays.
Like that.
I love them trays, man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, here's my relationship with vegetables, right? My relationship with vegetables is that they're typically under a whole lot of meat and sauce. I mean, like if I see them trays, I'm fucking up that French dip.
That.
You know what I mean?
Have to pause that for continuity purposes. For continuity purposes, I gotta pause that.
Hey, but like, is it good? No matter what, like, because like I said, because I eat a salad, right, and I'll go in and I'll put like all the vegetables or whatever, but guarantee I'm gonna throw some meat and some motherfucking cheese on top of that bitch and a little ranch and shit like that. So like, it's really like an open faced sandwich. But like, does it matter that
Salads are best that way? I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, like they're basically like an open faced sandwich.
Now,
like, am I still getting the nutrition? Is that helping me?
I mean, you're getting the nutrition, but you're also kind of putting like other bad stuff in there, a lot of saturated. So if you look, most people, they don't dress the salad. Like they make sure that, it's ranch and salad. You know what I mean? So like every leaf is covered. There's no nutritional value in the ranch. So it's
nothing.
No.
Even in Italian?
I ain't get no dairy.
Not even in Italian?
You can just take some oil if you want to. I mean, it depends. Like,
because the Italian is light skinned. Like it's it ain't, you know what I mean? Me just throwing the Italian on, that's not, no?
It don't clear my sinuses?
No. I mean, but that's the thing is like, I think people have this weird relationship. Like, I mean, look at it like this, right? What's the benefit of eating a salad if you're kind of soaking it in like a ranch or some processed Italian or something like that?
Can I tell you the honest truth? For me,
mental.
it's a texture thing. Like, I like the flavors of vegetables. I like the texture of that. I like the flavor in it with my meat. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't particularly like just raw ass vegetables, just eating them off top. Like, when I see a tray, I'll fuck that tray up. You know what I mean? Like with the broccoli and the carrots and all that, like celery sticks. But I'm dipping a lot of them, that shit in ranch or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's not, I don't put things in my body because I think it's healthy. I put it in because like I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like it's a
so
thought.
that thought gotta be paused. All the shit that came before it, dipping the meat and ranch and salad, raw meat and salad, like it's just I can't even separate it. But
with that, like I'm like, for me, I've been more conscious as I get older that like, all right, this is probably going to kill me faster. So then how, like, and that's what I'm looking at. Like, you know, when you're like with the salad or whatever, I'm like, all right, well, if I eat more salad, like, is it cool? So like, I'm trying to find that bridge between eating solely for like pleasure and consumption and bridging it to like, you know, bringing somebody from there to like kind of being conscious of what they put in their body.
I mean, the first thing is, you know, it's all about balance and stuff like that. Do I eat healthy every day? No. I love French fries. Can't get past it.
Yeah, that's your favorite. Is that your favorite potato? Yeah.
Them shits be good though.
Yeah, but I gotta make it. It gotta be fresh cut. I can't do that like.
What kind of? What's your the?
You do the steak fry, or do you do like the small?
Nah,
The
I just
hand
cut
cut?
it. Yeah, I just hand cut it myself at home. So that's how I do my fries. Like I can't do those like what is like those golden things where it's not a real potato. Really, I can't do that.
So do you like cut them up in like the home fry type thing, like the little discs, or do you do like the?
No, I just you slice it and what's it called, and then you kind of slice it again. So all like shoestring.
So it's like it's like so. You do that by hand. You ain't got a hand. Like you ain't got a cutter.
Wait for
Yo, I worked in a lot. Like I worked at restaurants. We had the cutter dip.
I'm pretty.
You hand cutting them like fry. Man, I ain't
makes you appreciate them more.
I did that when I was coming up. Like, yeah, I mean, that's what my
I'm
mom
not
would
savor no fries. I'm here to demolish these fries, bro.
That's
I
how
need
I
to get them quick and demolish these.
But you understand, I also used to crank vegetable juice.
Yeah.
So this ain't nothing. I mean, it's cutting a potato.
Oh, this easy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was in culinary school. They make you peel and cut a whole bag of potatoes. So cutting 3 or 4 potatoes, I mean, you knock that out in like 3-5 minutes, something like that. After you wash it, scrub it, and then at the same time, I got a deep fry at home, so it was heating up. And while it's heating up, just cut up the potatoes. We'll drop them in there, cook them for like 10 minutes, bring them out, bring the heat back up.
Your patience, though.
Yeah, man, no, that's
it's all about. I mean, if you turn the deep fryer on while you're cutting the potatoes, by the time you're done cutting potatoes,
you have a deep fryer. That's the thing is that I haven't invested in a deep fryer yet. Like, because I know that once I invest in a deep fryer, I'm dead in like a year. Like, I mean, everything I eat is going to be fried. Yeah, it's just shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, deep fried broccoli, whatever. It just happened to fall in. I don't know how it was hot. It just fell in there. Like, it's fried now. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the one thing. Because, I mean, without a deep fryer, it's messy as fuck. You get the big pot and, like, I mean, having to, like, save the grease afterwards and, like, all the, I mean, I know how to make a good fried chicken, but I'm like, man, I ain't trying to clean up after all that. Like,
see, with the deep fryer, I mean, all you do is you just let it cool down.
Yeah.
Put it back up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, no.
So what is the largest obstacle to spreading the message of healthy eating to individuals? Like, how do you get people to invest in healthy eating, healthy drinking? Like, because, like, the juice, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. But I could also go get like a big ass thing of whatever juice that I've been drinking, and I'm cool with that. It ain't killing me now. Or at least I can't see the effects of what's happening. So how do you spread that message?
The one thing is just realize you're not going to reach everybody. So don't try to reach everybody. You're going to waste a lot of time trying to reach everybody. You know what I mean? So the one thing about it is you kind of want to meet people who have an idea about, like, who kind of like start the process of maybe getting healthy, or at least willing to take the steps to come into the shop or something like that. So those are the people that you can meet, and those are people that you can talk to. To be honest, you can sell the product to anybody who walks into the shop. That's not a hard thing to do. But outside of the shop, that's a little bit more of an obstacle. So you just pick your battles. You find out, you put something out there, you throw it out there, and if somebody bites, and you kind of go with that. If they don't bite, you kind of just move on. But
so do you have like a stock juice for just a casual, you said this says juice.
Gingerberry Cool.
Gingerberry Cool?
Yep.
Okay.
Right there, that one, and then the Heartbeat, which is the beet apple lime. Like, they're very flavor friendly, and it's a great way to kind of introduce you to what I'm about, the business is about, and just juicing in general.
Yeah, because that's a great introduction. I'm like, that's delicious as fuck. Like I like this because I like tea, like I like the bitterness of teas or whatever without sugars and shit like that. Like, but like this is definitely like more of a mainstream. Like, you know what I mean, and with the ginger on the back end is super dope. Yeah, because it's not like overpowering ginger
for sure.
But it's a nice. I mean, it's in there and it's effervescent.
And that's the one thing is like you gotta. That's the one thing. And even when I went into this, like I was like, I gotta have that commercial friendly type juice. You gotta have that. This is Pittsburgh at the end. This is a beer and sandwich city. I mean, not everybody. This isn't New York or California where they've been juicing 40, 50, 60, whatever, how many years. You know what I mean?
They got rappers juicing in NYC. They got Styles P. Shout out to Styles
P.
Juice for life, I think it's called. Yeah. So it's like, it's becoming, here, people keep saying it's trendy when it's really not a trendy thing. It's been going on, I don't even know how long.
I think that's what they call shit that's new to the city.
Yeah.
They just call it trendy.
It's like, that's going to die down.
They have to rationalize its introduction to this market. Because I think older people have issue with younger people kind of taking over the feel, the vibe of the city. So, they gonna call shit trendy that's happening. It's like, look, your old ass was drinking scotch at 6 a.m. That's cool, but we don't do that no more.
So this is tripping me out, man. Like as I start to like really realize what the fuck is going on. So like you make this shit. Yep. You just hand make this shit. Yep. Like, because it says homemade almond milk or whatever, so you just be making almond milk. Like you get
almond milk.
You get almonds and then make it into milkish. Like and then hold on. But here's the thing: that there's like nutrition facts on this motherfucker. Yeah, and you got like values and percentages. How the fuck do you figure that shit out? I've never met anybody
work with a
nutritionist. Like, question. I've never talked to somebody that actually gave me a label. Like, I've never like had a juice in my hand and asked the motherfucker that put these labels on, like these percentages on here. Yeah. So how do you get that shit?
Work with a nutritionist.
Yeah,
yeah. It's kind of just you work with a nutritionist, and then you can there's a website you can plug it into, and it kind of works out. But going back,
they can come up with that without actually having the physical product.
Well, you can the nutritionist I work with, we work close together, so it's not anything like that. So when you put there's a website, when you plug the information in, it breaks it all down. But I like to have everything kind of ran by a nutritionist and everything like that first. So that's how you get the nutritional value on the bottles, and then it's just kind of getting the nutritional facts information. I'm cool.
So then you like hand make these motherfucking juices. Just how do you do this shit? Like you just buy like a bunch of like where do you get like like
well the almond milk is so what you do with the almonds is you soak them overnight. Then you kind of put into a blender. Then you add I add coconut nectar, sea salt, a little vanilla extract. You blend it up and then you put it to a nut bag. So what a nut bag will do is catch all like the.
I was waiting for the consistency that he was talking about earlier.
Let the man finish. He got a message to get out. I'm trying to be mature over
his face.
Exactly. I was waiting for that pause.
I had never seen more restraint from Ed Daly in my motherfucking life. It's like you're making it hard.
Pause. So, okay, what is a nut bag?
It's almost like a strainer, basically.
Like a cheesecloth or some shit.
Yeah, but it's like so you don't want like the nut residue.
Nah, look, I'm being serious. I'm letting this man get all this shit out.
I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
I'm trying to be one over here.
I'm trying.
All right, so I won't get so
go tell your story. I'm gonna just turn my mic off.
All we need is one mic.
No, because I'm trying to figure out like how you get milk out of almonds. I've never understood because my kids only drink almond milk.
Okay, so you add the water in there. It's a very easy process. Like I think people kind of think it's hard just because they see it. It's like, I can't make that. But all you need is a blender, some water, and then some almonds. So you let them soak, then you put them in the blender, add your ratio to water with the nuts, and you blend it up, and then you just squeeze it through a nut bag, and that's it.
So wait, at this point, so
you blend it up for probably like a minute or something like that.
So when you blend up the nuts, like
it almost becomes like,
what are they now? Like
it's like pulp.
Basically. So it's not milk because it doesn't come from a tit. So it's like almond water.
That's what I mean. They spell it MYLK. It's not like actual milk. Like some people will
Not
say.
the almond milk we be buying for. They be lying.
Well,
to
what I'm
me.
saying, like when you have like
Yeah,
go
the
to like
almond
another
milk be
juice.
lying to you.
That's
Yeah, them motherfuckers.
Silk keep it with the eye.
Yeah, they don't give a
Lying to me. I'm
fuck.
about to
But-
be in Giant Eagle talking shit like, you take some dollars off me. Nope. It's almond water. Put water on the motherfucking carton.
So, where do you source your like? You know what I mean, like you
Co-op.
buying local?
Yeah. So the right now, 'cause I'm just doing small batches. As I get bigger, then you'll connect more with the farm. But it's just getting some things at like Whole Foods and like the co-op. So the cost, I mean, you're making small batches right now. As I grow and the business grows, then you'll connect with the farmer and stuff like that. But no, all you need it just depends how many drinks you're gonna make, but maybe 2-3 cups of almonds. Now the price of almonds is kind of increasing right now because almond milk is a craze. I mean, you're talking $11.99 a pound.
Yeah.
So
I feel like almonds have always just been popular. Like they're getting more popular as a nut, because almonds, man, motherfuckers will fuck up a whole dessert throwing some fucking almonds in that shit. You know what I mean?
I think people becoming more health conscious, so you're starting to see a lot of people making their own almond milks and stuff like that.
I ain't seen that.
I
I ain't never seen that.
Well, the circle that I'm kind of used to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you run with different. Okay, you run with different circles.
They live strong.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So it's a very easy process. It probably takes you like 5 minutes to make.
So how much of this is surprisingly easy processes?
Wow.
Where if you
100%.
really spelled out the process to people, they'd be
100%.
like, God damn.
I mean, I have a juicer. It's like a $20,000 juicer at my shop. All you do is kind of just shove it in there, like all the produce and stuff like that. Now you want to do it individually. So if you have like kale, you put the kale in. You can kind of press it down, and it shreds it, and then it goes into a bag, and then the bag presses, and that's how you get the juice. It's a cold press machine. So it's pretty easy. The hardest part is the prep, and then after it, bottling it, sealing it, and everything like that. The cleanup, because you have to clean it after every use. So that can be like a pain in the ass. But other than that, I mean, for somebody like me who's been doing this for like 3 years, I mean, it's pretty easy.
What do you do with like what is it, pulp that's left or whatever? You know what I mean? Like the product that's left.
For me, I'm always trying to create something new. So I'll save it and then just try to make like a cracker out of it, or
A crack?
cracker.
Cracker.
Yeah.
What's a cracker?
I don't know,
Cracker.
like a cracker.
Oh, like a shit, man. All right.
I don't know how to explain. Like a saltine.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So you like make crackers out of like kale and
You can if you kind of like you can dehydrate it. So there's like a lot
put it
of
in
pulp.
like flour.
I mean, you can if you like put it in like a blender or something like that. You can make it a powder, but that's not something I'm trying to do with it. Or I'll just, me personally, if I want it, just take some of it, add it to a smoothie just to get the fiber from the like the kale, whatever I use. Yeah. So it just depends on like what you want. Sometimes I'll just toss it out.
You like an indigenous motherfucker in 2018. Like he's using every piece
Shit, I
of
pay for it.
Yeah. From the root to the tutor.
got kale waffles.
Might be a good idea.
That's what threw me off. He's like, yeah, I just make a cracker out of it.
All right, so what's this last juice we have here?
So that's the Pink Me Up. It's like a protein. It's like a strawberry protein drink.
Yeah.
So you get the hemp protein that's in this one.
I actually I don't like almonds. But like I can drink this shit. Like this is actually like pretty delicious. Like it doesn't taste a whole lot like almonds to me. I mean, like it has a nutty or like kind of
strawberry.
more strawberry in it.
And that's the flavor that I kind of wanted to come out in this one, but it also has coconut water in it too. But with this one, it's like I was saying before, it's just 1A, 1B. It's just health and flavor. So you'll get a benefit of it with the protein. That's the purpose behind this drink, is to give you like a protein smoothie. But I know not everybody wants that thicker type protein type smoothie.
I hate the texture of proteins. Like
So this was a way to kind of like have fun with a protein drink. That's pretty much that was kind of like the purpose behind this one. But it's just about finding the right ratios with it.
It's a way to do whey.
It tastes like a healthier naked. Like naked's probably like, when you the average person trying to act like you healthy, you spend $4 on that naked. I don't know what the fuck's in naked. I was in naked. I was on the naked for a while. They got good flavor and
Lot of-
thick.
yeah.
So the frothiness makes you feel like, oh yeah, this shit real.
Yeah.
And this like
Yeah, this
because
is
you're
clean.
making it, because it's coming from an individual who's
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm trying to make healthy shit.
Yeah.
Like, because if I wanted to just go mass production, then I could do that. But
For
this
sure.
is me, small batch, making it. I can
Yeah.
trust the health, the nutrition facts that are printed.
Yeah.
And it still has, it's not as thick, but it's as flavorful and
Yeah.
as good as that shit. Like, this is a healthier name.
I mean, if I was at the gas station and these motherfuckers was on deck, like I'd be about that life. How do people like get this?
Come to Safi.
Go to Garfield.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only way because it doesn't have like a long shelf life because it's not a processed drink.
Yeah.
And these were all made fresh this morning too, so you'll taste a little bit
shit.
different once it's fresh.
We got him straight off the boat. We get it straight off the boat. I get it.
Yeah. So once you taste it fresh, it's a little bit different than like tasting something like Naked or whatever drink
Yeah,
this
this
is on the
is like-
ground
yeah,
right here.
yeah,
But
I mean,
they sit on a shelf for months at a time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Mine sits on there for 3 days at a time max. So you'll always taste something like when it's fresh, it just tastes better. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
other way kind of around that. But no, the only way to get it is just to come to the shop.
So what type of pressure do you have if you have a 3 to 4 day shelf life? Like what? How does that when you making something?
Yeah.
You know this pink me up.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to be a health nut or anything to enjoy that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's healthy. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're A and B with it, healthy and flavorful. So like any average motherfucker who will taste it, be like, yo, this shit was good.
Yeah.
But like when you're talking about, you know, diuretics and things like that and shit that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe, for example, the energy shot we had or the energy drink, if you have a 3 to 4 day shelf life, like how do you even market that to get people in here to take all that, you know, for within 3 or 4 days?
I mean, the one thing is like you just got to be active on social media, trying to get people in there. And then once they're there, I mean, you just got to kind of put your salesman hat on and sell it. Because when I first started, you know, you think, oh, I'm about to sell this out every day. So you kind of got a little bit of an ego and stuff like that. So the first month when I opened November, you know, I'm making big batches. I'm thinking I'm going to sell out. And then you just end up throwing out so much shit. And you just like, damn.
What happens after the 3 or 4 days?
I toss it.
I mean, but what happens to the actual?
Well,
Because it's refrigerated. Like what
Yeah.
happens to the actual juice?
it's just breaking down. You're just kind of losing all the benefits of it. So that's just the one thing that I'm kind of like, you know. So when it's 3 or 4 days, just depending on the product, it's just you kind of just got to go mode. It's the same thing when I used to make it in the bag. You know what I mean? All right, I got myself till today to sell it out. So it's that same mentality, like sell out as much as you can the first day. But the problem is right now it's cold outside, or if it snows or something like that, or if it's like raining. You just kind of got to anticipate that. So what I started doing is just making smaller batches because, like I said, I'd rather throw it out I'd rather sell it out than throw it out. So
right. You
Yeah,
rather
so that's
have
just
it not
the-
available
Yeah.
than to have more available than you sold. And
yeah. So the one thing it's like a lot of things as it's getting warmer now, it's been selling out quick. And you know it's helping with business. It's been February was a great month. March is off to a good start. Today was a good day. Yesterday was a great day. Wednesday, which was randomly, Wednesday was the second best day I've ever had since the shop been open. And it's weird to say that on a Wednesday. So I was like, you know, I can't be mad and everything like that. And what I did, I just made a small batch and sold out probably like 90% of it.
Was that the first day the sun was shining and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
man,
when that sun's
sun come
out.
Well, see, when
man.
you in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, motherfuckers equate sun to juice, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, oh,
when
hell
it's
yeah.
sunny, I'm gonna get some juice.
Yeah.
And so, how's that Garfield neighborhood been responding? I mean, you're in Garfield, up and coming, changing, shifting, and dynamic. Like,
It's weird. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. I get a lot of locals. And I met a lot of locals in the neighborhood, you know, just building relationships with them. They come in and talk to it about, we can talk about the product and everything like that. But a lot of people in Garfield are very knowledgeable about the product, knowledgeable about health.
it's becoming a younger neighborhood.
Yeah, so
you haven't even been able to see or take advantage of the foot traffic that's
not
going
yet. Nah, like I mean, when I first opened, it was first Friday, so it was a little bit of foot traffic, but not too much. But that one, there was a February where it was like 60 degrees, like a weekend it was like 60 or something like that degrees or something like that. And I was just selling out everything. So it was kind of like, all right. But it wasn't even like that many customers. It was just the upsell. They come in there. I mean, they're buying 3, 4, 5 drinks and stuff like that. So it was like, oh, this is lovely. So, I mean, you know me. I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait till spring or something like that. But
I'd imagine, yeah. I mean, once you in the summertime, shit.
yeah, so I think that's just a game changer. And my thing is just to kind of make this just the best juice smoothies in the city. Now, I've always said I feel like I have the best product in the city. I just have I don't have the best marketing right now. You know what I mean? It's
Are there any other juicers here?
yeah, there's quite a few. You got Pittsburgh Juice Company, which is Naomi. She's cool. You got Reed & Co. He's cool. That's in Lawrenceville. She's more into Lawrenceville, beginning of the Strip District. You got Fresh from the Farm. I think he's out in Wexford. You got Salute Juicery. They're like on like Walnut Street in Aspen. I think they're about to open up in Oakland. And then you got Clean Juice, which is like a chain. They're from North Carolina. And they're like next to Orange Theory and East Liberty. And then you got, what is it? The Pokey place?
Oh,
yeah.
Orange, okay. I've seen Orange Theory in East Liberty. I didn't know they. Okay.
Yeah, so that one just opened up like maybe like a month and a half ago or something like that. So there's more coming.
It's funny how all of them are on the East End where all that new, younger money's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah. But I mean, the problem that they might run into is I think people are kind of going to get overchanged. You know what I mean? They want something more local. And that's, I think, where I'm at in Garfield is more of a local feel to that area.
Man, 161 episodes, man. Like, we've been saying that shit, like, keep it local. You know?
And that's what I'm all about. So, I mean, I've connected with a lot of entrepreneurs on just the same block that I'm on and just trying to just build something like that. So, my thing is just always telling people, you know, if you want this certain product and I have it, come here. If not, then go check out these other juice shops because there has to be a demand in order for it to last.
Well, that's what we've learned in the craft industry is, you know, you don't have to make every customer only your customer. If they're invested in the industry itself, they'll come to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might have their favorite flavor. You might have something they're looking for right at that time.
Yeah.
But they may every now and again get their juice or whatever somebody else, but they're invested in the culture. They'll tell their family about it. They'll raise their kids on it. You know, Yeah, I
mean, people typically don't go to like one thing and be like, that's the only thing I'm gonna be drinking or you know what I mean, doing or whatever. Yeah,
the only juice I get is from Safi.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
No, I have a few people like that will say some stuff like that. I can't go to this other juice company. I'm like, well, I appreciate it. I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to convince you to go to another
you
one.
Ain't gonna push them
I'm like, all right, well, you know, that's cool. I'm with that. But no, I'm always, you know, I'll tell people about another juice company, and that's not a problem because my thing is, it's no fear or like worried about like losing a customer or like competition, nothing like that. I'm not worried about any of that. I mean, they have their own products and stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, the market's going to dictate who's, you know, successful and, you know, who sells out of this or whatever the case may be. But the one thing I try to do from every other juice company is I don't want to make similar products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can kind of see, maybe if you look at other people's menus, I don't pay attention to people's menus here. So to be honest, unless I walk to a shop, I don't know what they selling.
Yeah.
So I'll just say this place might have this drink or whatever. But me, I'm just trying to think outside the box when it comes to health and flavors and stuff like that and not give people the basic of all basic. Like, let's put 40 ingredients and call it a green juice or a green smoothie. Nah, I'm about balance of flavors and stuff like
shot
that.
at naked.
Yeah, so you know, but you know, but it's different getting it like freshly made in shop and stuff like that. And that's what like Pittsburgh Juice Company, Reed and Co. They all make it in shop too. Me, I'm kind of trying to be transparent as possible so you can see inside my kitchen. I mean, you walk in, you can look and you see the kitchen, what I'm doing and stuff like that. So. You know, it's just trying to just, you know, let people trust me and understand that I don't like to say this, but in this field, I'm the expert. You know what I mean? And I'm not just here just to take your money or anything like that. I'm really here to, you know, have conversation, education, everything like that. Because the lane that I compete in is like culture. You know what I mean? And I'm big on mixing culture with health.
Yeah.
Other ones want to compete in that commercial lane. That's not my lane at all. Like, I don't fit into that lane because that's more going back to the corporate America stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not here for that.
I got out of that shit. I'm trying to get back.
Exactly. So, my thing is just kind of just being open, friendly, but still running it as a business. You know what I mean? Be professional and everything like that, but just be kind of open and then listen to people when they talk and talk back to customers and stuff like that. So, and just try to remember customers, and that's what I'm kind of big about with like my business and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're affecting lives with this. So, like, when you sell a juice, you're selling a lifestyle, more or less. Like, you know, you get in it, you can't be into this, paying this premium for this juice and this natural shit, and then going down to McDonald's and, all right, I ain't gonna order the value meal, I'm just gonna order my nuggets and fries and I'm gonna drink a Safi with it. Like, that don't even make no fucking sense. Like, there's a whole lifestyle that's encompassed in this, and so those conversations, I would imagine, are more in depth than in a normal sales conversation. I know when I came in, I learned a lot of shit. Like I said, like, I'm sitting here like, all right, okay, this does this. I heard about, you know, the whatever the fuck, the Gustavo bean or whatever.
The Guatemala.
Yeah, I done forgot the name of it. Gayusa. There we go. I knew it was a Disney character. Gayusa.
King Gayusa. But yeah, so I mean, it's having those products, but it's also having the knowledge behind the products. Like if I don't know what the hell the product is, I just won't. I mean, you can research anything. So my thing is like, there's no rush to have a new product. That's the one thing. It takes time to build the right product because you want it to be consistent.
Yes.
So you almost want to master it before you even sell it.
Yes, consistency is key.
Yes, it is.
And that's the biggest thing, especially being a small business. Like, I mean, if your drink tastes different the next time you come in, I mean, you can lose a customer forever.
Exactly.
And then the one you lose, that might be the person who writes that one review.
No.
Oh,
I mean, not the B Hunt review, but something like this shit was nasty. It tasted old or something like that. And I'm like,
Hunt, come in, go to Safi.
Exactly, Safi juice. Yeah,
Yeah, go in there and drink a juice and write a review.
Yeah. 4919 Penn Avenue. There you
go. There you go. No, I've been in the storefront. I guess he started on our ending question. Say let the people know where they can find you.
Yes. So everything is on social media. Is Safi Juice, except for on Facebook. It's Safi Juice PGH. SAFI Juice.
There it is.
And then it's SafiJuice.com. The menu is online. A lot of people come into the shop ask if I have a menu. I'm not trying to print out menus all day because I'm always changing stuff or adding stuff. So
because he's always crushing fucking juices.
something like that. So, just trying to keep the cost low and stuff like that. So SafiJuice.com will have the menu on there. I try to update it as much as I can. Hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 4, Sunday, 10 to 2. Hours will likely extend the hours in the summertime, summertime, as, business picks up. But yeah, those pretty much it, right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm trying to think of anything else like about the business, but everything else is Instagram, Safi Juice, Twitter, Safi Juice, and then Safi Juice PGH on Facebook. Yeah.
All right, they let the people know where they can find us.
We are the Drinking Partners. If you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspot. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Libsyn, and Google Play under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at Partnerspot.
Hey, we want to thank our guests for coming through, sharing this good ass juice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I feel healthier after a day of drinking. I feel I can go hoop, but I'm not gonna go hoop.
Nah,
I feel like I could.
I drink almond milk, man. That's
there you go.
Man. Wait until fucking Kathy hear this shit.
See,
I don't
like
drink almond milk, but my
right?
kids do. I don't drink any type of milk.
You drank almond milk today. That shit was delicious.
Well, I drank almond milk in the context of it being a pick me up.
Yeah.
So I tasted most of the strawberry. I didn't know that there was milk in it.
Yeah.
And that's the type of quality you get when you shop local. All right.
Yeah.
He gets his shit local. It's locally produced. It's really good. It's got a health benefit. You go into a storefront in Garfield on Penn Avenue, get some knowledge, man. Get some knowledge. Understand what you're doing. Take pride in what you put in your body. Like that's the big thing to take away from this episode. Take pride in what you put in your body and support local, man. Like the local shit is the shit that's the most beneficial to you. Like in my opinion, like you can go get all these other large juices and all that, but they're not gonna have that personal investment. You're not gonna be able to talk that one-on-one with the person who made it. So as always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family, and we out of here. They broke the seal. Yeah, I mean,
bros out here was like, shit.
well, sometimes I get to shift in my shit because it sits tight on your junk. Like, I found it